What's up? Welcome to the Blue Dragon Guild. I'm Baron.
And I'm Mackenzie.
Today we are kicking off the 30 days of D&D. The next 30 days we are going to put out some sort of talking about various different things related to D&D. Today's subject is how we got. Mackenzie, do you want to go first with that one?
Yeah, so it was my junior year of high school. 11 years ago, probably actually around this time, maybe a couple months before 11 years ago. Or no. It was December. Oh my gosh, that's not 11. Yeah, it is. Uh, it was 11, real close to that. It was actually a good friend, Skylar, said, "Hey, you should go out and play D&D with this guy named Baron." I said, "Yeah, whatever." Um, and went out to his house and immediately walked in and went, I know this guy. He used to eat string cheese and read me Simpsons quotes from it. So that's the backstory on that. And that's where I first started, and we played 3.5 a lot right there in his mother and father's kitchen area, just at the table, and didn't know that would turn into many times of playing that there, into playing it at so many different places for on and off 11 years now for me. After finding out Baron wouldn't date me, I just decided to date his sister. That's how all that happened. All happened with D&D.
True story, true story. We got Game On in the chat. How's it going? Nice to see you here. I'm not sure if it is Justin or Matt, but whichever one you are, hey, thanks for watching. And, as Lindsay said, yeah, while we kind of playing D&D together, my D&D journey actually started a little bit earlier. I think about a year earlier, my friend Darren was like, "Hey man, you like fantasy stuff? Why don't you come and check out?" I went over and they gave me a crash course in D&D, which then turned into playing the Star Wars RPG. They were like, "Well, we're playing this today. We're not playing D&D." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I had no idea what was going on, but it was still a lot of fun. Um, Fast forward a year, 2 years, I don't know how much it was, to my senior year, and I were talking about playing D&D, and we knew Chris played D&D, and I talked to Chris. I was like, "Hey man, you wanna come be our dungeon master? We don't really know what we're doing." And he's like, "Well, I've never done it before. I'm Chris. I do things." But he came out. He ran D&D for us. It was Chris, Mackenzie, our friend BJ, Skylar, and then myself. Um, and then fast forward several years, and now we're playing now we're playing fifth edition. Having a lot of
5.0.
5.0. So we went from 3.5, we skipped fourth edition, and now we're playing fifth. Um, had a lot of fun playing throughout the years. There's a lot of random fun inside jokes, and I think our time in fifth edition has been better than all the other times. Not that they were bad or anything, but it's been my favorite.
It's been so long now.
It has.
Being into that one. 3.5, it felt like we were in it for a while, but I mean, you look, and I think it was only like 3, 4 years. And now you look at fifth, and you kind of forget, and it's almost been like six for me with having that time off at college. But yeah, it's pretty fun to actually look back and think of that first time playing in the game and trying to learn everything in one night, and it was wild.
Yeah, it was. We I don't want to talk too much on it because that would step on the toes of some of the
Right.
other in the 30 days. But think about early days. Like we had so much fun. Um, I remember we started a game, and then somebody wasn't able to be there or something like that, so we kind of started another game, and then Chris forgot and thought they were the one game, so he like
One game.
together. Um, Dave is potentially going to miss, but I don't know. I don't
I
know.
don't know Dave's first experience.
Dave's old.
Yeah,
We'll talk about how old Dave is. Dave is
I
old.
think I think he played. It was him, Mike DePew, Gary Gygax, who no one knew who it was at the time, playing Dungeons and Dragons for Dave's first time, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably not.
No,
Um,
Mike wasn't
I,
there.
I'm pretty sure Dave's first experience was second edition.
Okay.
I know Chris played 3.5 for the first time when he was in high school. One of his friends said, "Hey, you're doing this," and he's been playing ever since. Um,
Bird
Tommy,
Liquor just started playing with us, right?
yeah, Tommy's played with us. He actually played 3.5 first for
Okay.
just a little bit of time because we were playing the 3.5 Dragon Star, so D&D in
Yeah.
space, much like Spelljammer. Um, and then we transitioned into fifth edition. Um, Dave and Chris played fifth edition a year before the rest of us, and they like basically they went and they learned the system, and they were like, "Okay, let's do it. Let's get everybody on board." And we've played ever since.
I think my first game of fifth edition was at your house when you lived on the bottom floor, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe that is correct.
So I think we need to have a nostalgia night and all go back to your mom and dad's table.
Well, while you were away at college when my house flooded, we did do that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was woo doggies.
That was a rough time.
Last night when you typed, I used to have that 3.5 book. I almost went, what hat? And I just was like, nope, don't
Yeah,
need to.
it is what it is. Um, I'm guessing Dave is not going to be able to join us, which is sad. He
No.
was he was heading home from work, so who knows? Who knows where Dave is?
Are we going to do this live every night, or is it going to be different?
Um, I don't know. We might try and record a few different things and put them up, but maybe we might do live. I don't know.
I mean, about like 10 minutes. Ain't too
Yeah,
bad.
it's not too bad. Get on here. Justin will hop on. We'll say, "Hey, Justin, what's going on?" For those of you who don't know, Game On is a really great channel. They talk about many different aspects of RPG, not just Dungeons
Yeah.
and Dragons. They also talk about some tabletop stuff, board games. Um, so definitely give them a go. Justin recently did a video about Skyrim that I haven't watched.
Right.
I'll watch it, but
I'll
they've
put
got.
Skyrim in.
I definitely recommend checking them out. All right. Well, I think that
Done.
pretty wraps up our first day of the 30 days of D&D. So yeah, if there's any questions, leave them in the comments of the video, and make sure
Give me
to
your
like.
first time.
What?
Tell about their first time in the comments. I'd like to see some. It's always
Yeah,
good to see different stories, how people started. It's most of the time pretty funny.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. We'd love to hear that. Um, if you guys would hit that like button, if you want some more D&D content, subscribe to the channel. And until tomorrow, keep the dice rolling.